Showtime.
To all y'all listening out there that said Buffalo, suck you.
Bro, why did we ever play that game?
Talking about some of this Buffalo for life.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to fight me next time. Y'all try to call me.
Ain't no Buffalo for life. Ain't no Buffalo for life. So what we got, bro? What we got off top? What we talking about?
Poo putt.
Bro, what's
Did
our
you
boy
just
name?
call him a poo putt?
Noah Lyles.
Noah Lyles. What did he say?
Thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't get it. I got it. I understand. I understood exactly what he meant.
I don't think he's wrong.
I don't think he's wrong.
I think he's tripping.
I don't think he's wrong, but we talking about practice. We talking about track right now. Why would you even bring up NBA?
Yeah,
bro,
NBA
you're
don't
supposed
start
to want
from
everybody to be on your corner right now.
So do you stand by him?
Check beside him.
Sha'Carri Richards, she put her name out there, said she stand behind him. She agreed.
I mean, I agree with his stance. However, what was the point of saying that when we talking about your gold medal?
I want to know what triggered him to make him do that.
I want to know what he must have had. The homie must have got cut from a basketball team or something. Then.
He had that on his mind for a minute.
Or his got hit.
Yeah, I was about to say, or he must have got. Wait, what they say on Drake? When Young flying you to the basketball game, she somebody from the team.
These ain't loyal.
Man, let's get it started, bro. Cheers to the episode. Yes, sir. No Buffalo. No game no more.
What's that you listening to? Hey, that's Dog Money by the podcast on the iPhone or the iPad. Swear it got me in my zone. Please leave me alone so I can catch up on my flight back. Place 18, no plan B. Get it tuned in, understand me. Talking parlays, hitting sweet in a parfait. Getting bread like pantry. Say it can't be, but they did it. I know some haters that still won't admit it. Boys, it's so crazy they might get committed. They talk a little different, not trying to be distant, but ain't no way you come close. You say less, you be doing the most. You can sink or swim or hop in the boat, but you better not touch that remote. Cause that's all money. Get short, get tall money. Big packs, that's wild money. Big facts, you should call that back. Cause what y'all call money is not at all money. Dog money. 2 men, 2 mic, 2 laptops. Too much you say, 2 lash out. Big boy then bought that cash out like cash cow. Dog money. Gotta keep it a buck. Ain't nowhere else we can go here but up. A win is a win and we do it again and again until we lash out.
Yo, welcome back everybody. This is episode 6 of the Dog Money Podcast. I go by Money Marv. I'm sitting here with my boy Big Chubbs. We got Man Drew on the 1 and 2s.
I don't know why I was clapping. I guess I was just hyped. Maybe it's football season, so I'm just hyped. I was like, my inner dialogue.
We got week 0 out the way.
I smell that grass.
Week 0 out the way. You get some money?
Grass. No, I did not. I didn't go too heavy either though. So this week 0 was a little bit weird for me just because of rule changes. So I was unsure what to expect, but I have a little bit more knowledge of that. So we're going to discuss that. But first, want to go ahead and hop into the news. As we said last episode, our Patreon and Discord. First of all, the Discord is giving me technical difficulties.
There you go.
I almost messed that up. Technical difficulties. So that may push out just maybe a couple of weeks here. It's man, I didn't know operating the Discord was so dang on hard.
Oh, yeah.
From the back end.
It's tough.
Pause. But when we're talking about the Patreon is set to launch. So when you actually watch this video, you can go ahead and check out. Our link will be down in the description here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, our link will be down in the description.
About.
Man. I'm excited to finally get my information out, being able to share what my thoughts are on everything on that nature. So, I'm hyped about it. So, just to really discuss the tiers really quick again, just really briefly. For the tiers, we have supporter, which is $5. You just supporting us. We're grateful. You can give us more if you want to, but that's up to you. Thank you for your support. We always love it. The tier will be Dog Money. Why am I drawing blanks right now? The tier will be Dog Money Starter. That is a $7 tier there. That tier right there, you will get one write-up. When we get the Discord access, you'll have access to the Discord. We will also be providing you with the teaser challenge plays. As far as tier 2, I guess you'll say tier 2. Tier 2, it'll be the All-Pro, Dog Money All-Pro, where it's $10. That is going to be a free trial for 1 week when you actually sign up. So you get free trial access for 1 week, 7 days. For that particular tier, you'll get 2 write-ups, access to Discord when we get there. And then also you'll have access to giveaways. We'll put your name right away in there to the giveaways.
Automatic entries.
So whenever we do that, automatic entries and plenty more. The last tier will be the Hall of Fame tier. That's $25 there. That particular tier, you get 3 write-ups. And then you also get to send a request for one specific write-up for one game that you'll choose here. Of your choice, you'll get our write-up, our prediction on that. And you get to get all the same benefits from all the other tiers there. So check it out. And we hope that you guys benefit from it. We're trying to get this money.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get this money.
Oh, yeah.
Just make sure that, and you'll see that on there, make sure you play straights. If you want to play parlays, play parlays.
Parlay at your own risk.
Parlay at your own risk. Take it down some. Just it's a long season. Just take it down some. Don't go out here just losing all your money. Bankroll management, baby.
Yes, sir.
Bankroll management. Outside of that, we'll talk about really quick in the news. Nothing too newsworthy. We have the Jonathan Taylor saga.
Bro, I really feel like that's turning into a soap opera.
It's a soap opera.
Bro, it's sad.
That's wild that the NFL has allowed this to be that.
So now, since he's on the PUP list now, since nobody wanted to trade for him, like I told y'all last week, somebody did try, but the Colts weren't trying to play ball.
The Colts were throwing out like.
But my question was he? I'm about to get to that. But my question was, is he still going to get paid, his portion of his salary for the 4 weeks that he's going to be sitting out?
So from what I understand, if you're on the PUP list, right,
they don't have to pay you.
They don't have to pay you. You don't accrue that part of the season.
He was just better off sitting out.
No, bro. Either way, I mean, it's still technically like sitting out. So if he don't get off that list, if they don't take him off that list, it's a wrap.
That's crazy.
And then they got control over him again the next season. That's
crazy.
wild. That's wild. But, we'll see about what happens next week in the Jonathan Taylor saga.
As far as that trade, I know the Dolphins were taking jabs at it. But Irsay wanted
Jalen Waddle?
He wanted Jalen Waddle and a first-round pick for Jonathan Taylor.
Granted, Jonathan Taylor is a first-round pick and that kind of talent. But you're not getting a first-round pick and Jalen Waddle.
Hell no, right before my season start?
You better ask for a first-round pick and maybe something in the back end.
Yeah, somebody else.
Or like a Rupu.
Somebody
Rudy
else,
Poo.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, Cowboys traded for Trey Lance literally right after the episode, like a day or two after our last episode.
No,
right?
It happened like an hour after it aired.
Was it an hour after it aired?
Yeah, same day.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that, Mar, before we...
I don't see what that does as far as helping the Cowboys this season. If he wanted to make a splash and do anything to help out this season, he failed miserably. If he's prepping for later on in the future, I can understand the trade.
I feel like
you get you a
prepping
first
for that future.
That's what I think too. You get yourself first initially what I assumed was we're picking him up as like trade bait.
Yeah.
To go after Jonathan Taylor. I was hoping for that at least.
Yeah, not happening.
But looking at it now, You know, bro, Dak ain't gonna be in Dallas forever, bro.
And I think
there's
that's
a good
what
chance that they don't extend him at the end of this contract.
There's
a
what
good chance that they do.
Yep.
But they have this as leverage.
They giving them a push.
Yeah, but you also get for a 4th round pick in next year's draft, 1st round talent.
Honestly, is a steal on our part.
It's a steal if it's for the long run.
If it's for the long run and if he pan out.
Exactly.
I mean, either way, it's a steal because how many quarterbacks do you know go 4th quarter or 4th round and below and don't pan out? You know what I mean? Right. So it's like you gave up a
Dak
4th.
was 4th. Russell Wilson was 4th.
Yep. It's not too many.
It's not a lot, bro.
It's not too many. So,
however, I do believe that he is still a bust until he's proven otherwise. So we gotta
we're gonna agree to disagree on that one, but yeah, we good
for what he was worth.
I mean, he's a bust to the San Francisco 49ers
for what he was worth.
For sure.
All right, then.
For sure. Outside of the NFL news, one mention that needs to be said. So if you are betting on college football this week, week 1 officially, Michigan will be without John Harbaugh and their offensive coordinator. John Harbaugh will be out for 3 games. The offensive coordinator will be out for 1 game.
So it's only 3?
Only 3 for John. Oh. But that's self-imposed because they didn't agree to the 4-game ban. Mm-hmm. So NCAA,
they can still suspend them later.
They can, but what they do or what they try to do is get ahead of the game and try to suspend early so that if they say, okay, you know what, 4 games, they'll be like, oh, okay, that might be a little excessive. He already served his term. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or they might give him 1 game.
In a sense, that's what we suggested weeks ago.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, but just beware. I mean, we don't know how that works out because they still have the ability to be at practice all week. They just can't coach in the game. So their game plans will be fluent. It may affect how the game is played itself because you don't have those specific coaches in their eye.
And I don't really see that paying like a major difference against East Carolina at the crib.
No. They're just going to run the ball.
Right.
Let's just run the ball.
Right.
Let's just run the ball. And speaking of running the ball, NCAA this season, if you haven't paid attention, the reason why I didn't really want to go too heavy on week 0 is because I kind of wanted to see how this new rule panned out. So the new rule that you need to pay attention to because it will definitely affect your bets. They now have a running clock. Okay.
First downs do not stop the clock.
In college, prior to first downs, every time you get a first down, stops the clock. Gives you a little bit of time to get set, get ready. Once they set the ball, then they go. But that's no longer. So they basically are playing to the NFL rules, which I feel like for those that's going to the NFL, it benefits them.
Right.
For those coaches, is really going to make a change. I foresee less comebacks because now when you're talking about having complete teams, like let's say, for instance, week 0, you got Notre Dame this just past week, and you got Navy. Navy is traditionally a good running game.
They had no chance.
But they can't pass.
Yeah.
So if you got a team that, like Notre Dame, that had a good running game and a great passing game and explosive, if they get out on you, they out on you. Mm-hmm. And so them first downs that you can initially let me eat away at the game.
It's also going to cause for better quarterback play.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're probably trying to get rid of these running quarterbacks.
They wanted to be pure again.
Throw to the sideline. Clock management.
Let me get this game back pure.
That's funny.
Let me get this game back pure. But no. So incomplete passes will stop the clock. However, the only time that you're going to see stopped clock will be at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter and the 4th quarter. And out of bounds. Depending on if you push out of bounds, it don't count. That's wild.
Wait, say that again?
I think if you pushed out of bounds, if they're inbound, I'll have to watch.
Yeah, because I have to double check that.
If they go out on their own, it's a stop.
So if I tackle you out of bounds, that doesn't stop the clock.
If you tackle me right before, if you put your hand on me right before you go out of bounds, I don't think the clock stops, bro.
I have to double check that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I have to watch.
If that's part of them rules, that's
because
crazy.
That's technically how it is in the NFL.
If you get tackled out of bounds, bro, that clock is stopping. You run out of bounds,
Okay,
that clock is stopping.
I'm gonna have to check it out because if I'm not mistaken,
that's part of the game plan, especially in a 2-minute drill when you're on the other side of the 50.
True.
You got to get out of bounds to stop that clock if you have no timeouts.
But you got to run out. They can't touch you and push. And you get
we
out.
definitely have to look.
So
that
we
got to
look that up.
That's crazy.
However,
I'm not saying you're wrong, bro. I'm just saying you got to prove yourself.
That's what I'm
right.
saying. I gotta look again, and you know what I mean. See what I'm seeing.
But if you're right, that's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
So it's going to be a big adjustment for the coaches. It's going to be a big adjustment for teams and how they're built. Period. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
but like I say, that's also going to cause for a better quarterback play.
Absolutely, because incomplete passes stops the ball
for real,
or stops the clock. Yes. Now, just to review this past weekend's week 0, we did say we wanted to review top 25 every time. At least some of the games. The 2 that we had available, again, was Notre Dame, number 13 versus Navy. The final score Final score was 42-3. Actually, I did win a teaser this weekend. That's it.
Yeah,
because I only put two tickets in.
That was I straight bet this, and then I had a parlay with them, Ohio, and then I took Vanderbilt.
Yes, and we'll get to that.
Yeah,
that Ohio. But as far as Notre Dame, I thought it was a pretty well played game on their end, especially breaking in Sam Hartman. If you guys don't remember, the quarterback from Wake Forest last year, the boy was slinging the pass.
Okay, there you go. I was ready to put a flag on you, boy.
Look, I'm like, did you hear the pause?
Yeah,
the pass.
I was ready to put a flag.
He was, hey, but he was so efficient, bro. I want to say he was like 19 for 23.
Yeah.
So 4 touchdowns in the air, and their running game was really nice.
What I also noticed, the defense, they made some major adjustments quick.
The defense adjusted quick.
Navy was getting loose for a minute.
Yes.
And I saw that they switched their front. I got to go back to see exactly what defense that they ran. But I saw the adjustments that they made, and everybody stuck to their keys.
And then it was
shut that running game down, bro.
And then and that's where the clock management comes into play, because now if all you can do is run the ball on me,
that game was over so fast.
And I'm throwing the ball and I'm scoring in the air, and then I can control the clock with my defense and running.
So I think this rule change is going to be good for us as far as betting on teams like Air Force.
Yes,
because they still run that triple option. Who else? Crazy running game. We already got the Navy covered.
San Diego State has a really
expect
good running
USC
game.
to run it up as often as they possibly can.
USC for sure,
boy.
Because as soon as the only thing that with USC right now is that their defense is still adjusting.
I'm talking about like just them running up the score.
Oh yeah, they're going. Oh, absolutely. But the score is getting ran.
But that defense needs some adjustments.
Yeah. I mean, they look a little bit better than last year.
Let's save it because I got to go over it.
Well,
anyway.
we here now. The next game we was about to talk about was USC and San Jose State.
As we mentioned before, San Jose State is one of the teams that I'm going to be following all year. That's the team that I chose.
Yep.
And they played USC this past weekend.
Yep.
Final score was
28-56.
And let me see.
USC did cover as a straight up winner, but they didn't cover the spread.
And I mentioned
the spread was 31.5.
I mentioned the over, which was 66.5.
And they did that almost by themselves.
I didn't pull the trigger.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Oh man.
Because what I was gonna do, I was gonna parlay Notre Dame and parlay with the over, but.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's week 0, bro.
It's week 0, bro. I didn't want to go crazy.
It don't even count. It's week 0.
Go crazy.
It don't even count.
I broke even anyway, but
hey,
but
you didn't lose. That's all that matters.
Damn right.
Cheers to that.
The key contributors: quarterback Siobhan Cordero, running back Quali Conley, wide receiver Nick Nash, and linebacker Brian Parham.
And these was all for San Jose State,
all
right?
San Jose State.
Okay.
So you can expect to hear them names throughout the entire season. Anytime they show out, I'm going to let y'all know. Anytime they screw the pooch, I'm going to let y'all know.
I'll let you know.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as San Jose State as a whole, a real scrappy team. They kept the score. They were down 7 at halftime, and once that third quarter started, that's when the levees broke.
They opened up the floodgates.
Boy, did they.
They said
I think they gave up 3 touchdowns in the third quarter alone.
right away.
Yeah, but they did score every quarter. They scored every quarter. It was just in the third quarter, USC was just too much for them.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Way too much. And that proved to be the game. I mean, if they could have kept it closer in the third, I think it wouldn't have got out of hand.
They made some adjustments over there, though.
Caleb Williams is just a guy.
He just strapped up his chin strap.
He's just a guy. And I think you're going to see that from USC. Their offense, of course, is going to carry them. San Jose State, what I did take away from them is that from what I saw in that game, they will be primed to play for at least the Mountain West Championship. Mm-hmm. They actually have a game coming up this weekend. I think that I'm still debating on if I want to touch or not, but I'll get there at another time. As far as a team review going into week 1, you have your team playing again, San Jose State. They will be playing on Sunday, September 3rd, and they'll be playing Oregon State. So what are your thoughts on that before we get up out of them?
Pause.
I don't know, man. I'm excited. I want to see what they'll do, how they respond to a loss. What you do? You over there calling ducks?
No, I said before we get up out of them. That just threw me off.
So I assume we cutting this part off.
No, that's staying there.
No. Run it back.
No, we there.
No, run it back.
What'd you say?
Run it back.
What'd you say, bro? Come on.
What was your question?
As far as San Jose State playing this weekend versus Oregon State, what you think?
Oh, yeah, I was just saying I'm excited to see how they respond to a loss.
Okay. An early loss against a good team.
Against a great team.
Yeah.
And in the first half, they was hanging in there.
And they're at home this week.
And they at the crib. They just got to find a way to put it together for 4 quarters.
Yes.
So, let me see what the spread is on that.
16 and a half.
16 and a half?
16 and a half.
I can see them fighting hard enough to cover that.
I can too. And you know what? Oregon State is going to be playing DJ. I'm not going to say his last name. DJU.
We're both going to butcher that.
Because I butcher it. You know how I do. From Clemson. Remember last year I was like, yo, he just got to go. Maybe he just didn't fit Clemson's style offense.
Yeah, it didn't mesh well.
But he's in Oregon State, so he's going to learn a new offense. We're going to have to see what he can do. Of course, we know he can run a little bit. Now, passing. San Jose State's defense looked like they can do a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They look like they can hang.
Yeah, I expect this game to be a lot closer than 16 and a half, personally. And I'll do a little bit more deep dive. And I think the thing that I would say, too, is that San Jose State at least has a week already where they played.
Yeah,
and they got the jitters out. They got their feet wet. You know what I mean?
And they got it wet with the best team in the country.
Pause.
You got to be stopped today.
The baddest broad on campus. I already got my feet wet.
You got to be stopped today, man. You got to be stopped. But yes. So I feel like personally, whenever you have a team like that, coming off of a game where you just played the number 6 team in the country, that's in contention for a national championship.
Yeah,
and you really did play them pretty well, except the third quarter.
Yeah, third quarter was great.
So that in itself has to give you some kind of confidence because the quarterback was doing really well.
Yeah.
So I feel like them having that ability to get some of their jitters out, get this new season already started, that might give them the edge that they need just to cover that 16 and a half.
And if the quarterback can stay consistent, he went 21 for 38.
Yeah, and I want to say he went 3 for 1 as far as touchdowns, 3 to 1.
3 touchdowns, yeah.
1 interception, right?
I didn't see any interceptions.
I think he had 1 interception.
I have to go back and see.
Yeah.
He also had 10 carries, 52 yards.
Yes.
His longest run was 28 yards, so he got some go.
If they get the running game going, then they'll be good to go from there.
Yeah.
But we're talking, so, I'm liking San Jose State this weekend. The team that I'll be covering, that I'll be following all year, USTA, they are now the favorites by 1.5 points. So they
started as a dog.
Yeah, by 2.5 points earlier when we were reviewing them.
What they know that we don't know?
They know what I know. What did I tell you?
What you know, brother?
What did I tell you? They're going to go undefeated in the regular season.
All right.
Right?
Did we bet on that?
We did bet on that.
The dub, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, we did. So they're going to go undefeated in the regular season, and they're going to start with game 1 versus Houston is what I'm liking. So this is
I
not
really
an official.
can't bet against no UTSA games.
No, you can't. I mean, unless it's outrageous. Like the spread is outrageous, then it's like, hey, they still going to get the dub.
I love the fact that they just turn dogs now, because now you really want to take that money. Because you knew they was going to win anyway.
I'm kind of mad that I didn't get it at the money when I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? However.
How early do you start looking at lines?
I started looking at their lines maybe 3 weeks ago.
Prior to us doing this show, like how early would you start looking at lines for a week?
I start looking at prior to before we started doing the Dog Money podcast.
Yeah.
I would start actually once I got my Phil Steele book, which usually comes in July.
I mean, weekly though. As for me, I really don't look at no lines until Wednesday.
I don't know.
Remember we used to hit the round tables at Aliante.
For me, it just depends. So I have
I would always start.
I have a weird a process here. So I'll open my games up Sunday night if it's a game like NFL. I scroll through once they put them on, and then I'll look and I'll be like, nothing's talking to me. So I open it up Monday again. Nothing's talking to me. Tuesday. All right, I might like that game, and I'll start snapshotting.
I see.
And then I narrow it down by Wednesday.
I'll wait till Wednesday because if you're gonna have your live movements early, they're gonna happen between Sunday to Tuesday for sure. Injuries after the game.
Yep.
And then the actual injury report comes out Thursday.
Yes.
But the one for game time comes out 90 minutes before kickoff.
Yes, which
so just
sucks.
so y'all know, for people who's watching injuries every Sunday.
Yes.
I don't know how they do it for college right now. I got to go back and look. But
they don't
NFL,
really have to report college, but some teams are starting to do that now because of the betting aspect.
Yeah, they should, because the NFL, 90 minutes before kickoff, they're gonna let you know who your inactives are. That way you know.
Yes.
So if they're inactive, you won't see them. They can't change their mind on that.
Now I think I'm gonna have a write up, maybe just to put on Instagram. This ain't gonna even be a write up just because this is the team that we're gonna cover and discuss every time. I might just throw that USTA write up out just to do it
anyway.
Yeah, just to do it, just to throw it out there. But it won't be provided on Patreon. You'll get something fresh off of there.
For sure.
But speaking of, what did you just say? You just said something, injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Injuries. So that brings me to my point. Going into the review from last week. Last week I said I loved Ohio plus 2.5. The game score, finally, it ended at 20-13. And really what happened was, unfortunately, the quarterback got hurt. When he got hurt, he was 8 for 10.
No, he was rolling.
Rolling. 8 for 10. They were on their 30, driving to go score. He was 8 for 10 for the game, passing 75 yards. The game was tied 3-3 at that time. And they had momentum. He got hurt. And another aspect, which is why I also feel like college, especially since betting is becoming prevalent and they have these deals, Jacoby Jones. So the second, remember when I was talking about the review last week?
Yeah.
The second wide receiver, he was out for the game. I literally turned on the game. I was like, yo, where's Jacoby Jones? And they're like, yeah, Jacoby Jones will be great right here when they were in the red zone. He would be great right here.
And that's when you found out he wasn't in the game.
I was like, where is he? I'm like, this fool got a chalkboard?
See, yeah.
I was like, come on, man.
They got to put them injury reports.
So you got your number 2 wide receiver off the field, and then in the beginning of the game, when you're driving with momentum, you got your quarterback out. So hopefully he comes back, because I do feel like Ohio will be still a team to bet on. Especially if he can stay healthy.
Yo, I know in the backup he threw 3 picks?
3 picks.
However,
he couldn't get it together, but it's more
got potential though.
No, the boy is really good.
Yeah, he got potential.
I think what really throws it off, you have to think about it. You coming in the game, close game, on the road. Now, if this was at home, he might have felt a little bit more comfortable. But you're on the road, And now you're
I had
asking
no
me
idea
to
he was going to be playing week 1.
exactly. So he probably barely prepared with the first team at all, if any. So it's like, let's go ahead and figure it out. He didn't really start rolling until the end of the game when they scored that touchdown. Yeah. You know what I mean? So he definitely has potential, but they know now that they're going to have to prepare him a little bit more, especially with Roke. Hope I ain't butchering his name. Curtis. With him going out. So
What was his injury again?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. All I saw on the TV was him getting tackled
And you know,
and him laying on the floor.
For a game
on
like
his face.
Ohio, you won't see it. You got to research it to find out.
I was watching the game.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
they're not going to talk about that this week
No.
because it's Ohio.
And this was me while I was watching the game. Dang, there go my money.
Bro, I just got up and started cleaning.
I was like,
I hit you as soon as it happened. I'm like, yeah. You know, they
like,
fighting,
well,
though.
I was like, look, and this is me. Well, I mean, they got a chance to come back. And then I was like, wait a minute, the clock's running. Never mind. There goes the comeback. Yeah, so. See how big of a difference that running clock made, though?
No, seriously.
In those type of times. You get the momentum.
Had the clock stopped when they was getting those first downs?
Yes.
He would have been all right.
And then you would have got the momentum. And then you would have been like, all right, let's go force a real quick stop, get the ball back. Mm-hmm. Let's go drive and make something happen.
Because they ran out of timeouts quick, too.
Really quick.
Yeah.
So
them coaches need to learn how to adjust.
So pay attention because early it's about to be wild out here. It's about to be wild out here. But again, betting is betting. You win some, you lose some. You live to fight another day as long as you manage your bankroll properly.
Facts.
Now, rolling over to the main topic, we're going to go over the NFL preseason review. We still have 4 divisions to cover. Again, when we talk about strength of schedule, the strength of schedule is going to be based off of sharp football analysis. 1 to 32, 1 being the easiest, 32 being the hardest. Okay? So, starting off with the AFC North. You want to take that off, bro?
All right, so for them to win their division, actually, let's start off with last season. Last season, they finished
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Okay. I don't think I said it, but Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, you didn't say it?
No, I didn't. But let's go with the Pittsburgh Steelers first. Okay.
Let's start with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last year, their record was 9-8. Their strength of schedule is going to be 8. Key addition for them, they drafted Joey Porter Jr.
Yes.
His father used to play linebacker for them back in the day. He was on the Super Bowl team in 2005, was it?
Yes.
And also when they played the Cardinals. I forget what year that was.
Yes.
Anyway, keys to success, you got Kenny Pickett, growth on offense, you know, that chemistry. They're going to need that. Wide receivers look like they was clicking in the offseason. Najee Harris looked like he was balling back there.
Warren, the backup running back, looked like he was going to make some impact. Yeah.
And and TJ Watt, man, if he stay healthy, he's going to be a problem. I actually have like a bold prediction, but I'll get to that later.
What's the bold prediction? Now I want to hear it. Go ahead with it.
I don't know, man.
Go ahead with it.
They might put the hat on the 49ers.
Okay, no, we're going to go back to it later. We're going to get to it later. We covered it later. All right.
He might be off of blood in week 1.
So, I think we cover that next episode for all things NFL.
All right, I'll wait.
All
right, don't ask me no questions about their schedule then for the rest of this episode.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you about their schedule. So, total wins, they have them right now at 11-5. Was that really 11-5? Jeez. 11.1. So 11.5 games?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I'm going under for sure. I think this division is actually a lot tougher than what we expect it to be.
No, absolutely. Like, the division is always tough.
All right, just let me say this before we get to the rest of them.
Okay.
The division is evenly tough.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a lot tougher for Cincinnati. Except for like whenever Joe Burrow's back.
Okay.
It depends on when he starts. Is based upon what my opinion of what their schedule is going to be. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I'm gonna just say everybody's going to be 8-8 right now because somebody has to step up and seriously.
And you know what? It's not hard for that division to go 8-8 because it's a coin flip almost any game with them.
Because right now, like Cleveland is Cleveland, but Cleveland.
They improving.
They're improving, dog.
They improving, and we're going to get to Cleveland.
We'll get there.
They have them -180 to win the division, over under, -134 plus 110 on the under. You say you're taking the under if you would take it?
If I was a bettor, I'd bet the under.
I could see an under. I almost see them finishing like with 10 wins. Yeah, honestly.
11.5 is high.
That is high. That's 12 wins. You know what I mean? Although they do have
for a very tough division and evenly matched division.
Yes, and although they do have the number 8 easiest schedule, 11 wins is hard to come by. Like it really is. Or 12 wins actually is hard to come by when you really think about it.
I'm really banking on them being above 500 after every year because ever since Tomlin got there, they've been above 500.
Above 500.
They've been a winning team since he's been in that
They never had a losing season.
So I'm banking on him keeping that going, but 11.5 is crazy.
Okay. I can see that. Now we'll roll over to Cincinnati Bengals. Last year they were 12-4. Strength of schedule this year 20. Their key addition to me was adding left tackle Orlando Brown Jr. So getting some offensive blocking for Joe Burrow and protecting his left side is key for sure. Keys to success for them would be Joe Burrow's health, number one, because you're going to go as Joe go. You know, Smoking Joe.
That's a fact.
You're going to go as Joe go. Overcoming Kansas City when it counts is really the next thing that their keys to success is. So, like last year, they beat them by, 3 points in the regular season and then met them again in the playoffs and lost by 3 points. Right. So, in order for them to get to where they want to go to, which is the Super Bowl, again, did they get to the Super Bowl? No, they got to the year before. They did, huh? Mm-hmm. So, for them to get there again, they're going to have to beat Kansas City. I mean, at this point, you can't deny Kansas City. Like, you almost have to just say whatever. It's Kansas City.
Yeah, and I don't really think that the Bills or the NFC East is really going to be a struggle for them if they're coming out of this division.
I don't think so either. This is a tough division. So for them, betting odds to win the division right now, they have them total wins at 11.5, so 12 wins for you to cover. The under, if you're going to take the over is plus 110. The under is minus 140, so they already banking on them to get the under. And to win the division is at plus 160. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts without giving who you think winning the division?
I must honestly say that's not a bad bet.
Okay.
If you got it, why not?
With the number 20th ranked schedule?
Yeah.
Okay. So you like the over?
No, I don't.
The under.
No, honestly, bro, I honestly feel like I feel like they can win 10 games after looking at that schedule.
Yeah.
But I'm finna say 8 for all of them.
And it really you're saying 8. So I'm going under all of them. All of them.
Their schedules honestly is kind of identical.
True.
Outside of the fact that they're playing each other twice a year, but
yeah, their schedule is pretty identical
for the whole division.
We'll roll over to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns last year 7-10. Strength of schedule 16. Keys to success for them. I don't feel like they had too many key additions. But as far as the keys to success for them, I would say Deshaun Watson getting back to or regaining his form from, 3 years ago at this point?
2.
No, he was out for 2. Basically, he's set 2. So I want to say 3 years ago, right? Yeah. Was he an MVP candidate that year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for him to get back, because I don't know if I even count those games last year.
No, I don't count because he didn't play until week 10.
And then they threw him in there right away to the Wolves.
But they already knew they had no chance at the division, so he was just out there getting his feet wet.
But why put him in the game against Houston?
Because they were petty.
They just wanted that money.
And we watched it.
As far as the what do you think as far as their keys to success on that team outside of that?
Just them working on their chemistry in the offseason. You got your quarterback. You have the quarterback that you're paying so much money to.
Yeah.
To actually to start the season off, so you have a full season with him.
And he has weapons.
And he has weapons out there. He lost one with Kareem Hunt, but you still got a dog back there.
You got Nick Chubb.
You got a dog back there.
And Amari Cooper is silently just really good.
We never should have gave him.
He's got to be the most silent killer that you like in the NFL as a wide receiver. He should still be in Dallas. He really should, but we won't get there. We won't go there. We talking about these.
We haven't had a real number 1 since he left. Let's keep it real. CD is good.
CD might have changed my mind just a little bit last year.
CD is good.
He might have changed my mind just a little bit. He started teetering over. I have to see what he do this year. But going back to this division for the Cleveland Browns to win the division, plus 330. Over under on the win total is 9.5. Over is plus 1.5. Plus 110. Under is minus 130. What you already like 8-8. We know it. So you're taking the under.
I am taking the under, but I do think that they have no chance of winning this division, even though it's still up for grabs.
You don't think they have a chance?
I don't think they will, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
They have a chance.
I got you.
So
where do you think they finish?
Man, that's crazy. I think they fight for 3.
Fighting for 3?
3.
So fighting for 4.
Fighting for 3 or 4, yeah.
Because whoever is at 3 gonna be at whoever loses 3 going to 4.
Whoever stays the healthiest is gonna win this division.
Yes, I agree.
Seriously, if whoever's the healthiest at the end of the season, they're gonna win this division.
I agree. Going over to the Baltimore Ravens. Last year they were 10-7 strength of schedule. This year 21. To me, the key additions: Zay Flowers as a rookie.
I want to see how that's gonna work out. Man. I want to see it see it.
Zay Flowers look really nice in the preseason.
I want to go to a game.
I want to go to a game. Zay Flowers look really nice, and then you got Odell Beckham Jr. Hopefully he can stay
Lamar
healthy.
Jackson got receivers now, bro.
Receivers, tight ends. Hopefully the running backs stay healthy.
Yeah.
If JK can stay healthy.
Ooh-wee. This is my pick to win this division, by the way.
Okay, you got there a little early, but I was going to ask that after this, but we're going to put a pin in that. So, to win the division, they have them at plus 220. So, you liking the plus 20?
I'm taking
220.
I would take it.
Okay. Total wins, 9.5. Over is 180. Under is plus 150.
It's no good value in the over. I
No.
do think that they'll win 10 or more games.
I feel like Lamar Jackson is about to have a year. Yeah, I don't know why, but I just feel like he's about to have a year.
Bro, the vibes is crazy now.
It's different.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Odell Beckham.
Man.
You know this is my AFC team to really root for.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. You know, ever since Ray.
Ever since Ray.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Rest in peace, Ray.
Did you just say rest in peace?
My little cousin.
Oh, no. I thought you was talking about Ray Lewis, man, on there.
Well, you said Ray, bro, so where my heart went. Rest in peace, Ray.
Absolutely. Now I'm not going to shoot it out with the right hand on that one.
That's crazy.
Got to be respectful.
I'm not going to buffalo you.
No buffalo.
Buffalo you, my boy.
But
should we explain to them what buffalo is?
No, we can. You want to explain?
I don't. I care.
Okay, because I don't want nobody trying to call buffalo on me, and y'all know what it is. Outside of that, you said you like the Ravens to win the division.
I do. So
out of all of them, I'm gonna be real with you.
When I first looked at the schedule, I looked at it. I said, "Man, they can win 12 games."
Okay.
I looked at it again. Okay, let me chill. 10 is good. Looked at it again. This whole division is.
I'm gonna be real with you. This whole
division is actually all right, bro.
This year, I feel like it's gonna be an old school dog fight in this division between Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
So with that being said, this is how we felt about the AFC West last year.
Yeah.
Turns out the NFC East was that division to watch.
No, well, I'm just saying between them two teams in this division, this particular division, I feel like it's gonna be a Ravens versus Steelers type of deal. Mm-hmm. And Cincinnati just going to may fall back to 3 just because of Joe Burrow's health.
I can see that.
They still going to be good, but it's going to be a hard division. Like, if they're all healthy.
Would he have a calf injury? The same injury Dak had.
Yes. And that's pretty tough when you got to rely on your legs to plant, to throw, to run. You know what I mean?
He's not escaping that pocket either.
I'm agreeing with you, and I do like the Ravens to win that division. Yeah. Now, we're going to roll over to the AFC South. Have the Jaguars. Last year, 9-8. Strength of schedule, 12. To me, their key addition is Calvin Ridley off top. Easy. Great trade.
Fresh legs.
He looks amazing.
One of the top route runners in this league right now.
Absolutely.
If you sit and watch film, you'd understand what I'm talking about.
Yes.
If you don't watch film, you can ignore the last 10 seconds. This man runs some crazy routes and he's very efficient.
Very efficient. And looks fast.
Yeah, so I kind of like the fact that he's going to be hooking up with Trevor Lawrence.
And on a 1-year deal, so you know he's trying to get that bag.
He's finna go nuts.
He's trying to get the bag.
His last quarterback was Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Matty Ice was his last quarterback.
Wow. He hasn't played in a minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
he took that time off for, to go through his mental issues.
Yep.
On top of that, got suspended for a year.
For gambling.
And now he back.
And he's trying to make a stance. And the keys to success on that team, to me, is finding offensive continuity. Mm-hmm. Trevor Lawrence taking the next step, which I do believe he will. I'm kind of mad. In one of my fantasy leagues, I wanted to stack Calvin Ridley and Trevor Lawrence. I just feel like they're going to have a good year. But other than that, last year, their defense struggled to keep points off the board. Yeah. So their defense is going to have to play better.
Especially in the first half of ball games.
Yes. Their defense is going to have to play better in order to...
4 quarters, my boy.
You know what I mean? In order to take that next step, they're going to have to play better. Odds to win the division, minus 175. Total wins, they have them at 10, over, plus 110, under, minus 130. Where do you have them winning?
I had them at 9 games.
At 9, so
if I was to bet this, I'm betting that under.
If I'm betting this, I'm going to take the over.
And
I got 11.
It was actually 10.5 when I double checked this morning.
Okay.
So yeah.
So now it moved up.
Yeah, it was probably 10.5 when we wrote this.
Okay.
But 10.5.
So 11. So I think I rode with the over on here. Personally, I don't take over-unders on win totals because it's not enough value for me to wait a whole season for that. It's just not enough value. Yeah. But
what this is telling me is that the Vegas don't think that they're going to win 10 games either.
Right. Now, what I will say is we might need to round robin some of our...
I'm so glad you said this.
We might...
Because what did I tell you before I put that parlay in last week?
You wanted to learn how to round robin.
Yeah, so I just didn't want... I don't know why I didn't do it. Had I did, though, I'd have got something back. I wouldn't have got it all back.
You're going to walk away with something.
I'm leaving here with something.
You leaving with something.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something.
Hey, that's wild.
So if I parlay this weekend, I'm definitely going to throw in a round robin and go ahead and pop that cherry.
Just to see what... Yeah. I think pause. I think I might have to... where's that flag at, man? I need that, like, right here.
We got to save it for the right one.
For the right one. But I think I see them winning. As far as... I think I can see them going 12 wins, bro. I can see them going 12 wins.
And I'm not even going to argue that because I looked at that schedule. It can happen.
It can happen.
Because last year they won at least 5 games they weren't supposed to win, bro.
Absolutely. Roll over to the Tennessee Titans last year, 7-10. Strength of schedule, 9 this year. Key additions, I don't know if they really had any. They had a lot of L's.
A new GM.
Well, I guess they did get a key addition.
Who was it?
DeAndre Hopkins.
They did.
I forgot about that.
He about to end his career out there. Because who's throwing him the ball?
Ryan Tannehill.
Why?
But he getting the ball.
Yeah,
so
this is true.
Fantasy, he is going to be a PPR machine.
Who got him in y'all league?
I don't even know. I think Kim got it. Kim usually goes for the old fellas. Win. Don't be wishing on that. Come on now.
Hope Kim win.
Don't be hoping on that, man.
You got my support, Kim.
Keys to success here. The team has a really good average team, if you will. Does that make sense?
I think they're coached well.
They're really coached well. They're a good average team. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like they do enough to win. They just don't do enough to win. Does that make sense?
There's no easy winning in Tennessee. Let's say that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure that if they can't get it... Well, technically, I mean, contractually, I think if they don't get it done this year, Derrick Henry is definitely up out of there because...
Tannehill out of there.
Their contracts is almost up. And why wouldn't you try to get some kind of something in return for them? Because I know you're not going to just keep them. And if they don't... I truly feel like if they don't do enough this year, Mike might not be there as a coach anymore.
Mike V?
Yeah. Because it's like, at this point, you've had teams that can be pretty successful, and you just don't do enough to win.
He probably don't coach there long enough to replace Belichick when he's ready to go.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't argue that. Their betting odds to win the division, plus 340, 7.5 on a win total. So that's pretty low for them. Over is set at minus 120. Under is at plus 100. So they kind of, in between on that one. Where do you see that?
I haven't won in 7 games, so
On the dot?
yeah.
On the dot. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what to really expect from Tennessee this year.
And what strength of schedule do they got?
Treylon Burks is also hurt as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, strength of schedule is actually number 9, easiest schedule. So, I feel like they can pull out some definitely good games. I mean, you got Derrick Henry in the backfield, so that's already going to be an edge for you.
I think his main focus is staying healthy through the end of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do you think he's going to have another contract? Maybe a 1 year?
From Tennessee?
Yeah. Maybe 1 year.
I can see it happening, but why would he want to stay there when that contract?
Yeah, but not there. But I mean, I don't know if he's going to be in the realm of being paid.
Because at the end of this season, they have no more ties to him. There's not a leading rusher for the past 4 years extended through 2023. That go for McCaffrey. That go for him. That go for Zeke. Well, he's on a 1 year.
Everybody's on the 1 year at this point. That might be the remedy. Is like, hey, we just pay y'all top dollar for the 1 year.
Jonathan Taylor might not
make
play.
it happen. That's wild to think about.
Saquon.
Speaking of Jonathan,
Josh Jacobs, they on 1 years, bro.
Speaking of Jonathan Taylor, Indianapolis Colts last year, 2022. That was a good segue, my boy.
Yeah, it was.
4
I saw your
and
notes,
12.
I knew what was coming.
You knew it was coming. 4 and 12. Pause. 4 and 12. Strength of schedule. Strength of schedule number 3, which to me, this would have been a great time to have Jonathan Taylor back.
Yeah.
You have the third
Somebody
easiest
help
schedule.
out your rookie quarterback.
You have a rookie quarterback as your key addition in Anthony Richardson, who is going to open up the field because of his legs. He can run the ball. So, and he's shown you that he can pass a little bit. He's not very accurate right now. However, if you have a Anthony Richardson and a Jonathan Taylor in the backfield together, that's a dangerous recipe
so much
for
you can do back there, bro.
That's dangerous.
Like, he really don't have to throw the ball to be great.
So, I feel like they just squandered,
But they screwed the pooch on that one.
Screwed the pooch. Now, my thing is keys to success. I'm not really sure if they really have keys to success this season because
Ain't no success over there, man.
I don't see it happening, bro.
Ain't no success, man.
How do you feel the locker room will be? You know what I mean? That's a key part in a season.
With everything that's been going on in this offseason, I would hate to play for this organization.
Yeah.
I would hate to play for this owner. I feel bad for like half the people in this locker room right now. But you're under contract. You're getting paid to do what you love.
Yep.
Do it to the best of your abilities. At least make film for yourself for somebody else to look at with hopes of you possibly getting up out of there and going somewhere else.
And hope you stay healthy.
And stay healthy, yeah.
Stay healthy. Betting odds to win the division plus 700. Win total 6.5. Over under minus 110. 110 both ways.
Bet
2
the
games.
Under. Have fun.
2 games. Bet the under. Have fun. Don't take that division winning.
No,
it's not
absolutely
happening.
not. Absolutely not.
Not happening. But
just give me that money.
Yeah, you can give us the money for sure. Donate. We'll take it. Houston Texans.
Pay for our Patreon.
Pay for our Patreon. Houston Texans. Last year, 3-12. Strength of schedule this year, 7. So key additions, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson.
It was supposed to be 2-13. Lovie Smith said, nah, buddy.
Lovie Smith was so janky, but so great.
Nah,
I was so hyped that he won that game.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what a great, just a middle
way
finger
to say, kiss my entire ass.
Got you. What's really good?
So for those who don't know, Houston was fighting for last place so they can get the first overall pick.
Yes.
The last week of the season, everybody knew that they were going to fire Lovie Smith.
Yep.
On his way out the door,
Smith.
even Lovie Smith knew it. On his way out the door, it was a close game. If they win this game, they have the second overall pick. If they lose the game, they get the first overall pick. Lovie Smith being a competitor and doing what he's paid to do, he tried to win that ball game.
Yeah.
He won that ball game and they fired him. They fired him.
I think they was going to fire him either way. He already knew it.
Bro, as soon as his speech was over to close the season out with his team, come off us real quick.
Hey, look, no, he probably got off of the podium. Excuse me, Mr. Smith, come on this way.
Because of your integrity, we lost the first overall pick.
Give me your mic. Mm-hmm. Where's your credentials?
Give me that
Put 'em
playbook.
Put him here.
Man.
Now,
Shout out to Lovie Smith.
Hey, man, great win.
Yeah.
Great win. Building for the future is definitely key for them. They have a new head coach who I'm pretty happy for.
I like
mean, at
that
least,
dude.
you know what I mean? Go ahead. D'Amico Ryans, he's part of the organization. You know what I mean? He played there as a linebacker. So to bring back some of that, pride as a team, that's a great move on their end. I don't really feel like they're going to have a great season. They do have a decent offensive line to protect C.J. Stroud. Mm-hmm. So I will say I could see them not doing terrible, but like a lot of people are having them, or it's wild. A lot of people are expecting them already to be like an 8-win team. I don't know if I see that.
I don't see that.
I don't know if I see that.
I don't see them being much better than what they were last year.
And
they
cheers,
were a 3-win
and
team
cheers
last
to the
year.
Cardinals because they're going to get that pick if so. And speaking of the Cardinals,
they
and that
fighting
pick,
for it already.
What have you seen the moves that they have made?
They have been giving up the panties.
Everybody,
day.
they giving away everybody for fire sale.
Everything but Kyler.
Colt McCoy, you gone. You could have won us some games.
Isaiah Simmons gone.
Gone.
Who else they got rid of?
Gone.
Whoever you can think of.
Gone.
Fan base.
Gone. Your mama gone. My mama gone.
I'm about to go take that Cardinals hat you got
Gone.
camera last year and throw it away.
Throw that away.
Outta
There
here.
was some shorts. Gone. Man, but them tickets gonna be cheap. I'm
Yeah.
kind of hoping that the Cowboys tickets flow down. Just flow down, and I'll take a drive out there that weekend.
I looked at the price for those.
They're pretty
tickets.
high right now.
Pretty high.
Yeah,
Pretty
300.
high.
300
For the seats
for the
that we want.
nosebleeds. So for the
No,
nosebleeds.
the seats that we really want, that's $1,000 seats.
Man,
That's
look,
crazy how that franchise can do that to like fan bases, bro. Like
because it's gonna be all Cowboy fans out there, all West Coast Cowboy fans. Wow.
My dad, he went to a game at Allegiant Stadium last season, and I remember him having this conversation with me because like our cousin owned the seats.
Okay.
He's he did the full season ticket. So
Okay.
Anyway, he got the tickets. The seats next to him, the very next week, sold for I want to say like maybe like $35 a pop, and they right next to the black hole.
What?
Yeah, they're in the corner next to the black hole.
That is
them tickets were
crazy.
for $35 each. But the week before,
sold?
when the Chiefs were there, them tickets was like $300 plus for those seats where they were at.
That's
So
crazy.
depending on what franchise is there to play,
Yeah.
them tickets can be cheap before kickoff.
Cowboy games are never cheap.
Never.
Never cheap.
We went
not home, not
we
away.
went to Oakland to see the Cowboys play the Raiders. Our seats were like $383.
Not home, not away. It's always gonna be like $3.
Yeah, just because of who was out there.
Exactly. And I'll go watch us win that game.
Yeah, I went.
Absolutely. I want to go watch us win against the Cardinals. But
yeah.
we back to the Texans.
I'm down.
Don't even worry about that plus 850 for them to win the division because I don't see it
I
happening.
don't even see why they put odds on that.
6.5 is their total win, over and under. The over is plus 125. The under is minus 150. What you got?
Under.
Real quick, who you have winning this division? I'm sure we on the same page.
Titans.
You like the Titans? Okay, I'm going Jaguars.
I'm the Jaguars. I'm tripping.
Okay.
I'm tripping.
I was about to say, you like the Titans?
I like the Jaguars.
Okay, I thought you might have been
like the
thinking about
Jaguars.
Denzel Washington and remembering the Titans.
That's funny.
You
That's
was
funny.
remembering the Titans right
You
now.
don't get no dirt on my uniform, son.
Left side.
Strong side. I love that movie, by the way.
Hey, great movie. We'll roll over into the last division that we need to discuss, I believe, right? And that is, no, we got two more. So that was all the AFC that we needed to cover. Real quick, NFC North, Minnesota Vikings, 2022, 13-4. Strength of schedule, 25. Key addition, Jordan Addison. Keys to success, Kirk Cousins. He just got to win when it counts, to be honest. Running back Madison will have to make an impact in the running game as a lead back now. And the defense has to improve. Their odds to win the division, plus 260. Total wins, 8.5. Over under, minus 110 both ways. What do you see?
I'm excited to see what Jordan Addison is going to do.
Me too.
I think when he hit the league, he going to hit the league running, bro.
And there's 2 capable wide receivers with him. Of course, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
A lot of people not giving, I want to say, Kelly Osborne enough credit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
slot
He
Jordan Addison in the slot.
That's crazy, bro.
With his route running
If
ability.
he can stay healthy, and as he progress, oh, man, him and Justin Jefferson together.
I'm looking forward to some player props on him.
It's going to be a brand new Randy Moss and Chris Carter out there.
For real. We'll roll over to the Detroit Lions really quick. 2022 schedule, 9-8.
I really want to talk about this team.
That was my favorite team last year to make a comeback. 9-8 was great for them, and they really should have been in the playoffs. But their strength of schedule this year, 11. 11, ranked 11, easiest. Key addition, Jahmyr Gibbs, which is really great, even though they gave up DeAndre Swift, who was kind of hurt for them on and off. So picking up a fresh young back who has the same ability.
They also got rid of Jamal Williams, too.
They did.
Walker
They did,
touchdown.
but they did get what's the name from the Chicago Bears, who is also
Montgomery.
Yes, who is also a good touchdown guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Get him in the red zone. Let him
in the red zone.
work his magic.
Let him do his thing. I think their keys to success this year is just figuring out how to win a close game, and the defense got to play way better. They gave up a lot of points last year. To win a division, plus 120, 9.5, over minus 130, under plus 100. What do you see with this team?
I don't know, man. I see this team winning more games than they did last season. They have one of the best offenses in the NFL.
Absolutely.
By
Jared
far,
Goff,
I think
underrated.
I got a hypothetical for you.
Okay.
But I do see them
What's
winning.
the hypothetical?
Let me knock this
Okay.
out.
Okay.
I do see them winning more than 9 games. So
Okay.
if I was to bet on this, I'd bet the over.
Over.
The over is minus 130. Under is plus 100 for a total of 9.5 games. I'll definitely take that.
Yep.
What do you think would be more impressive? The Rams trading Jared Goff away to Detroit to win the championship with Matthew Stafford? Or Jared Goff being traded to Detroit and winning the Super Bowl with them?
Jared Goff getting the championship with Detroit, because it's like the odds. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You had to fight with this team that's been traditionally bad for a long time. Mm-hmm. And if you can get a championship,
and like to this
as
day,
the guy that was traded for the guy to go win a championship, that you had a chance to win the championship.
Bro, and I know it hurt Matthew Stafford to leave Detroit, because in every commercial he's always giving Detroit.
He loves
love.
Detroit.
He loved Detroit.
He still
So he
him
left
and his
them to
wife
go win
still
one.
does a lot for Detroit.
So left there to go win one, and he's still giving all this love to Detroit. But Jared Goff was just shipped away. He took them to the Super Bowl.
And he was a California native.
He took the Rams to the Super Bowl. They just didn't win it.
So you gave up on him early.
So you send them to another team. Now they have one of the best offenses in the NFL. If they can make that defensive work, they can win this division. They might win this division.
Yeah.
It's a good chance that they win this division.
Okay.
If not, they're gonna be fighting for second with Minnesota.
Okay.
But I just think that'd be a dope story.
Okay.
On Jared Goff's behalf.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I like that. Green Bay Packers. Last year, 2022, 8-9.
With Aaron Rodgers.
8-9. 14th ranked schedule this year. Draft class was important for them. The wildest thing to me this offseason in this draft, them getting all the guys that in the draft, wide receivers, tight ends.
They would never do that for Aaron Rodgers.
They didn't give Aaron Rodgers
They had
offensive weapons.
Strictly defensive drafts for like the last 4 years of him being in
They were like,
Green
get
Bay.
out of here. Just go.
Yeah.
We trying to tell you subtly.
I was starting to lose love for like Aaron Rodgers in his last few years in Green Bay, because he just became this brat.
You could tell he was like a bitter old man. Like get me up out of here.
Like, bro, just retire.
Yeah,
You know?
But I'm
I'm about to
weird.
go on a retreat and sit in the dark for 72 hours and see if my mind changes. Nigga.
Craziest thing is though, this offseason, this transition to New York has made me like him again. So I want to see.
I'm not gonna say it made me like him.
As far as I guess you get to see. It's almost like what Tom Brady did. You get to see a different side of him, like a different. You know what I mean?
I disagree with that, but I do understand where
you
you're
get what
coming
I'm saying.
Because Tom Brady was Tom Brady all the way through.
Yeah, but Tom Brady was a lot.
He did like get a little bit more
funner.
vocal when he left.
You know what I mean?
He got more vocal.
Yeah.
especially with social media and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I see what you're saying.
He showed that
time,
fun side.
but we saw the same dog all through.
Of course.
Yeah,
I'm talking about personality wise.
Talking about practice.
We talking about personality, man. Personality. But keys to success for this team here is making Jordan Love's transition to be the starter an easy one, which they have picked up a lot of guys for them. Romeo Doubs, really good wide receiver. Christian Watson proved to be a really good wide receiver. And then their defense will have to take another step and make up for missing explosion plays that they'll miss with Aaron Rodgers while Jordan Love is getting acclimated. You know what I mean? So betting odds for them to win a division plus 360. Total wins 7.5, which I personally feel is kind of disrespectful. Over minus 140.
Is it really?
Under plus 120.
Is it really?
Yeah, I do. What are your thoughts? Because I will go back to this.
There's a good chance that they'll be fourth place in this division.
Okay.
There's a good chance for
All
that.
right, let's roll. Chicago Bears, 2022, 3-14. They have the sixth easiest schedule this year, which might prove to be really well for them.
Yeah.
They have DJ Moore as a wide receiver now, which is good for their offense. It seems like now they want to give Justin Fields some weapons in the passing game on top of giving him some weapons on the offensive line this year. So hopefully the offensive line can do more to keep him upright. But he will be the key to success, and they will need to figure out how to allow him to excel in the pass game along with the running game.
How are they going to give him time to pass the ball?
That's the question. That is the question.
I was watching ESPN, and they're already saying, "Oh yeah, if this falls into place, Justin Fields will be in the talk for an MVP candidacy." I'm like, bro, it's pretty early to be saying
way
that.
early.
They were saying this before preseason started. They were saying this the day that DJ Moore
got traded.
Yeah,
That's a little lofty. That's a little lofty.
I mean, I don't think he's enough to like
tip the
turn
scales.
the tables on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it looks better for Chicago.
Yeah.
I do see Chicago being a hell of a lot better than they were last year.
Absolutely.
A hell of a lot better than last year.
Absolutely.
Only because like you do see them like making advances on their offense and doing things to get Justin Fields more acclimated to actually being a successful NFL quarterback.
Absolutely. And then to get their betting odds, plus 440 to win a division. Total win 7.5. Over minus 140. Under plus 110. So what do you have the Chicago Bears finishing total wise? Win total wise?
Bro, I see them winning possibly 8 games.
8 games?
Yeah. It just depends on the chemistry of that offense, man.
Yeah, I can see that. 6 years schedule. I can see that. Now, who do you have winning the division?
Detroit, bro.
I'm going with Green Bay.
Yeah?
I'm going with Green Bay.
So screw Minnesota, huh?
I'm going with Green Bay. I would go with Green Bay. I mean, Minnesota is a dog. Like, I don't know. I feel like.
Do you see this division being as competitive as the AFC North?
I think it
amongst
can be
themselves,
this year.
though.
I think it can be this year. I feel like there's been enough added pieces throughout the division. I mean, you already talking about Minnesota and Detroit when Detroit is normally the fourth place guy. You're talking about them fighting for first. And then you have Chicago, who has improved talent-wise. And then you're talking about Green Bay, who is generally just always in conversation in the division. So I feel like it's enough in the division to where they can be very competitive.
It'll be more interesting to watch now that Aaron Rodgers isn't in that division anymore, honestly.
I agree. But yeah, I'm going to take the Packers.
I like the Lions, man.
Okay, for sure. And then we're going to go to the last, and that'll be NFC South. We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now, 2022. No GOAT. No Tom Brady. No Tom Brady. Last year they were 8-9. Strength of schedule this year 17. Key addition, I guess, if you want to call it. Is that the key addition? Baker Mayfield got to show me something. If we want to call it a key addition, Baker Mayfield, because I mean, who else is passing the ball?
He got to show me something, though. I gave him too much love early in his career.
Yeah, you did.
Only because he was an Oklahoma boy.
I understand it, though. I feel like Baker Mayfield
He ain't
kind
no
of shoots
bum.
himself in the foot.
He
You know
ain't
what
no
I mean?
bum, but he shoots himself in the foot.
Like,
bro.
I feel like he has talent. However, he tries to be the hero.
It's his own ego that's in his way.
He overdoes it. You know? And that, one of the keys to success for me was him not doing too much.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? So him not doing too much, allowing the defense to get better and actually play. I mean, this particular division, literally every year, if you 8-8, you got a chance to get to the last game and literally win the division.
8-8 is still a chance to win a division and possibly sneak into the playoffs.
I feel like every year with this division. Yeah. Every year. You know what I'm saying? So, and all you need to do is win the division. Yeah. That's it. So as far as the betting odds to win the division, plus 1,000.
Don't do it.
Is it plus 1,000?
Yes.
Wow. 6.5 wins. I'm surprised. Look, I didn't. 6.5 wins, plus 120 on the over, minus 140 on the under. What do you see here? Strength of schedule 17. Baker Mayfield. You got Mike Evans.
I could see 6-7 wins.
Okay, so don't take it.
I would love to see that Baker Mayfield to Mike Evans work.
Yes.
I would love to see that work out.
That would be great.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
But
you don't see it
only
happening.
time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see. Carolina Panthers last year, 2022, 7-10. Strength of schedule 4 this year. Key additions, Bryce Young. They're building for the future.
First overall.
Keys to success, building chemistry and confidence in the young team. I personally feel like what I've been hearing and like when I'm looking at all these other sports news networks and everybody else's talk, they have pretty lofty goals for Carolina, simply because of the coaching. You know what I mean? And then they do have a little bit of talent over there. Miles Sanders as a running back. However, the offensive line looked a little shaky in the preseason.
A little shaky.
The defense is going to take time to adjust. Yeah. And I just feel like they're giving them too much right now to like set them up for failure. You know what I mean? They can be good.
They can.
But at plus 425 to win the division, I'm not taking that.
No.
7.5 total wins over under. Over plus 110, minus 130 on the under. I think I'm going with an under.
Yeah, I take that under. I can see them winning like
6.
5, maybe 6.
5, 6.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, they win last year 7.
Even with the strength of schedule 4, I just feel like it's an uphill battle. You know what I mean? It's a young team. You gotta get it together.
And you also got a rookie out there who's accustomed to having one of the biggest linemen in his league.
Weapons.
And weapons
at the wide receiver
you
position.
Don't got that in Carolina right now. You got Adam Thielen,
who is going to be a good veteran.
Yeah,
but it's Adam Thielen.
It's Adam Thielen.
He's at the end of his road. You know what I mean? Going into the next team here, we got the New Orleans Saints last year, 2022, 7-10. Strength of schedule 1. Derek Carr, key addition to me. I feel like you got a hungry Derek Carr this year.
Oh, no, I agree. Him and Jamal.
Hungry Derek Carr and Jamal. Dang, forgot about that. And Kamara is going to be out for the first 3 games. Jamal,
only 3.
Man, wow. Keys to success. Derek Carr understanding the offense and not doing too much himself. He got a lot of weapons over there if they can stay healthy.
It's a simple offense.
I really do hope that Michael Thomas has an injury-free year. I really do hope so.
I feel like seeing him like throw his pads on in the offseason is like a tease. Like, bro, are you really
it's like
gonna
a
play?
tease. Are you gonna stay in?
Are you really gonna play, bro?
Man, it's like it's a big giant hope, man. You know what I mean? You know,
think he still got it.
I do.
Because he didn't drop nothing.
I do think he still got it. Like PPR, he is a PPR machine because he is going to give you 10 easy. He's going to give you 10 easy. Defense is always pretty well. With that strength of schedule being number 1, I do think that at plus 105 to win the division, I could see that. Total wins, 9.5. I definitely see them going on the over at the plus 100, which is value to me. That might be the only one I've seen value. And under is minus 120. What do you see from them?
I see this defense dominating this division.
Yes.
They don't see a top 10 quarterback until the playoffs.
Exactly. We talking about
my
the
God.
number one easiest schedule.
Easiest schedule.
And
they
Cam
still-
Jordan is about to go nuts.
Bro, he finna go stupid McNupid. I see them like having fun this year.
Fun.
I see Derek Carr.
Chris Olave.
Bro, Chris Olave.
Alvin
Michael
Kamara
Thomas
coming back. Michael
coming
Thomas.
back.
Hopefully he stay healthy.
Don't let them get in the red
Juwan
zone.
Johnson.
Jamal Johnson hungry. Or Jamal Williams. I'm
Jamal
sorry.
Williams, and you got Jahan Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
And then you got Jimmy Graham back.
Yeah.
In the end zone.
They about to have fun.
Yeah, they going back to have fun. We'll roll over to the Atlanta Falcons, who will be the last one discussed here. Last year, 2022, 7-10. Strength of schedule, 2. So they have the second easiest schedule. Key additions to me, Bijan Robinson, and their backup going into the year, Taylor Heineke, who could really be a starter.
Who might end up being a starter.
Who might end up being a starter because Desmond Ridder, he's not really accurate. And that might be a cause for concern for them because they're trying to turn it up. Keys to success, find a balance between the running game and the passing game because I do feel like they might do a little much with Bijan just because they know they have that talent there.
Right.
So just finding that balance between getting him the ball, getting Kyle Pitts, Drake London the ball, and Desmond Ridder just has to improve and be like accurate.
Yeah.
Get the ball to the guys. Defense was surprisingly pretty well last year.
They were solid last year.
They were pretty good last year. And
They kept Atlanta in a lot of ball games.
Absolutely. They really did. So this year they have them plus 190 to win the division. So right now they got them basically second to win the division in a sense. Over under 8.5 totals. And then the over is minus 140. The under is plus 120. What do you see from them?
I had them at 6 and 7 games.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
With the strength of schedule being 2, and it's still crazy.
Dang, that's wild. Okay, so who do you have winning this division?
Saints.
Yeah, give it to me.
Saints.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
With the chicken strips.
Give me them chicken strips. Yeah, give me them Saints.
Bro, where did that even come from? I need to see the original video.
Bro, the video is so funny with the dog. But yes, Saints.
Yeah, I see the Saints like easily winning that division.
Saints, absolutely.
Best quarterback.
Yes.
Best offense. Best defense.
Yes. Overall, they have the best team in that division.
They got the best food in that division.
Best food. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So with that being said, that is our wrap up for the NFL review here. This week we don't have a dog to give on the show. I don't really feel a dog, like an outright dog.
Nah, not
It would have been USTA college-wise this week, but they're no longer the dog.
Right.
So we don't have a dog. We'll be going back to introducing the dogs of the week. This year we'll just be doing an offensive dog of the week, and that's our player of the week, and a defensive dog of the week.
However, we got more information for you if you're involved with our Patreon.
Absolutely.
You'll get what you're missing out on this episode.
You'll definitely get what you're missing out on this episode. We'll be bringing back the bum of the week. If you have any suggestions or if you guys have anyone that you want to nominate for bum of the week, send us a video. We can add it. Shoot.
Hey, preferably send us like clips of why you want to say that they're the bum of the week.
Absolutely.
It's always that one play that just like put the stamp on it like this is why.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah. We might bring out some beat picks of the week because you know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Bad beats.
If you got any bad beats and you want to share with us, please feel free.
Please feel free.
If you got some bangers that you want to share with us,
please feel free. Hey, this is the Dog Money community. We are grateful for you all to be with us. Make sure you check out the Patreon, dropping down below in the link.
Right here.
Check it out.
Right here.
I think it's right here.
Nah, it's
right
here.
here.
Cool. In this area is fine.
Somewhere
you know
in this
right
area.
here works too.
Somewhere right here, that works too. Give me that collar. Yes. If you got here, give it to me. But as far as that goes, that's it. We're grateful to have football back. This week is week 1 of college football.
Let's get
then
it.
We have the next week, NFL football. You got anything for the people?
Man, you know, like I say every episode, like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend,
tell 10,
tell 10, tell 20.
tell 20.
We getting that
Dog money. Will you smell that grass?
Thanks for tuning in to episode 6. Good luck out there, everybody. Have fun. Be safe.
Get that dog money this weekend.
Let's get it.